And I think the story of the garden is told wrong. God creates a perfect, beautiful world, and he's excited to have this family. And he doesn't put anything bad in this world. There is nothing bad in this world he puts, including the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Knowledge is not bad. Knowing the difference between good and evil is not bad. In other words, knowing the difference between chaos and order is not bad. The difference between disorder and order. Well, in this garden, he has this tree that somehow, if you eat of it, you will your mind will be opened. You will be exposed to understanding essentially how to make this world and how to unmake this world. What is the difference between order and disorder? So when I see the garden of good and evil, the knowledge of good and evil, this is basically, you eat this fruit and you will know how God took what is chaos and what is order, right? Don't believe that God did not want Adam and Eve to not know the difference between good and evil. I don't believe that. I don't believe that God's intention was for them to be naive for eternity. I don't believe that God never wanted them to know that stuff. I just don't think that he wanted them to know it them at that point. And without him. That was not knowledge to learn on their own. That was not knowledge to take advantage of on their own. So God, that tree's not bad. It's just bad for them in that way at that time. So he says, if you eat of this, you will die. He doesn't say, I will kill you. And I think that's a very big difference. When you eat of this, you're going to release death into the world because you will have the knowledge of how to bring it. But you guys are young and you need to not be navigating this stuff without me. You need to be doing this in relationship with me.
Yeah.
So good and evil is from God. Let's not get it twisted, right? And what is the first thing that they feel when they eat it? There's an emotion that they feel.
Is it shame?
Yes. At that moment, their eyes were open and they suddenly felt shame at their nakedness. And then they said we hid. And then what do when they feel shame?
They hide.
Not only the first thing they do before they hide is they cover the parts of their body that are meant for each other.
So that was always a question. Why y'all covering yourselves?
Because now they have knowledge. Now they know how those parts of their body can be abused and hurt.